Alright guys, welcome to the Monster Island room. One question, are you guys able to tell me like what are missing right there? Make a guess. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you guys like what are the missing items. The missing items are basically these two huge Super Colossal Brachiosaurus, and guess what we are doing today? Carnotaurus versus Brachiosaurus collection. Our first Carnotaurus versus Brachiosaurus collection video in the entire Damn Surprise channel, okay? So I have prepared the Carnotaurus figure right here as well as the different Brachiosaurus. Inside this eggs basically contains all the different minifigures. Plenty of them. I think there are at least 100. At the same time, I'm doing a small collection video of the movie merchandise from Jurassic World. So if we have time, probably an update on the Ammon collection, okay? So let's get started. Hey guys, I'm Zen and welcome back to the Basement Dino Dungeon. Yes, today we will be doing our very first Brachiosaurus versus Carnotaurus collection video, okay? In a battle, who's gonna win? Brachiosaurus or Carnotaurus? Let me know down below, okay? So let's go, guys. Alright guys, check out the setup. Okay, so all the Brachiosaurus figures will go on to the right hand side and the Carnotaurus on the left. Okay, so let's begin the video by taking a look at two of the latest Carnotaurus figures. Okay, this one is basically the Sound Search figure, which is quite a cool figure. Okay, it's pretty small as compared to the other Carnotaurus. It comes with a movable jaw, the arms can be moved, the tail can be moved as well. Pretty cool. Check this out. Okay, there's a button right here and it basically triggers different roars. Pretty awesome. I actually like the size of this Carnotaurus. Hopefully we are able to get more species when it comes to the Sound Search figures. I think that will be wonderful. Okay, the other one is basically the Epic Attack Battle Chomping Carnotaurus, which I think is like one of the best ones so far. You're able to rotate the tail as well. There's another button right here. So there's plenty of different functions. So firstly, the tail, first button, second and third button. So this is really quite a fantastic figure, I would say. Next up, let's take a look at some facts about the Carnotaurus right here, okay? This is basically the Dino Rivals booklet. So we are going to compare it with the Brachiosaurus, okay? So let's have a read right here, okay? Aggression of 4, Intelligence of 2, Defense of 5, Stealth of 4, and Hidden Advantage of 5. So that is basically like, wow, it's 10, 18 is 20. The overall stats is basically 20, which I think is gonna be higher than the Brachiosaurus. I'm not too sure, but I'll let you guys know in a while. Okay, next up, let's have a look at what's hidden inside this little egg, okay? Oh, they are basically some of the sauropods that are not Brachiosaurus, because you guys know why? Because our Brachiosaurus collection is actually quite small, so we definitely need the help of some other sauropods, such as the Amargasaurus, Apatosaurus, and another Apatosaurus. So let's place them right here on our little table, okay? Our table is like too small for me to place all of our figures, so we should perhaps, you know, find a bigger table. Okay, next up, let's have a look at another Brachiosaurus figure. Alright, I wouldn't say another because this is actually our first Brachiosaurus figure of the day, not counting the one behind. So this is basically a baby Brachiosaurus. Okay, very cool. So Brachiosaurus, they are actually very well known for their front legs, which are longer than the hind legs. And this one is actually a vintage JP3 figure from Hasbro. The sounds are still working, which is quite amazing. And if I'm not wrong, this figure is actually from year 2000. Pretty old figure, I would say, 23 years old. It's quite an amazing old figure. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on right here as well. So now let's have a quick look at the facts. So do you guys remember the stats total, the overall stats of the Carnotaurus? I think it was 20. Oh my goodness, it is way too low. I don't think this is fair, because the strength of the Brachiosaurus is definitely very, very strong. So it only has like 1, 2, 3, 8, and 12. A total of 12 when it comes to the overall stats. I don't think that is accurate, because the Brachiosaurus is actually super tall, super heavy. It's gonna be super strong. I feel it might be able to defeat the Carnotaurus. I want you guys to like comment down below on what you guys think. Okay, next up, we're gonna take a pause on the Carnotaurus versus Brachiosaurus collection, and now let's take a look at some of the movie collectibles. Okay, guys, just to let you know, I'm actually quite a huge fan when it comes to movie collectibles, especially when it comes to this kind of mugs with a figurine on top. So this is actually from the very first movie, Jurassic World, which is like I think it was like in 2015, and this is basically an Indominus Rex tumbler. You can actually release this straw can be you can actually insert a straw right here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's right here. It's a very, very long straw, quite a cool one. We got this from Universal Studios in Singapore many years ago. Okay, so this is actually one of our collectibles. Let's take a look at this too as well. This is actually quite a cool one. I got this from Thailand. Yeah, this one was actually a movie popcorn box. They can actually place popcorn inside. Yeah, pretty cool. This one is actually from Jurassic World, the exhibition. Yep, not too sure which country actually made this, but it's basically the same one. But this is actually for you to it's basically a cup, a mug. Okay, you can actually open this similarly, quite similar to this. You can just close it right back. So this part right here is basically for you to insert a straw. So quite a cool one. We'll come back to all this movie merch later on. Let's take a look at more figures. Alright, next we have two pretty rare and old figure. This one is like super old, all the way back in 1997 or 1993. I can't really remember. And there's some mold like growing on you know, the body of the Carnotaurus, so it's really difficult for me to clean. I'm trying my best to clean it, but it always grows back. Yeah, this is basically the very sought after Carnotaurus demon. Hopefully one day I'll be able to afford and willing to pay for one that is still in its box. I think that will be pretty epic. Yeah, it's quite an expensive figure, so I wouldn't encourage you to get this, because this is actually only available on eBay. It's super expensive. It's like crazy high, the price. Okay, next up we have a hybrid. I think this hybrid is pretty cool. It's basically a Carnotaurus mixed with a raptor. So you can see it actually has the sickle claw right here of raptors, and the face of a Carnotaurus, the neck of a velociraptor. The body looks very similar to a velociraptor, as well as the arms. So this is actually quite an old figure, a mini chomping figure. Okay, next let's have a look at what's hidden inside this little egg that I've actually compiled. Basically some Carnotaurus figures. Okay, we have the Zoom Riders right here, which is quite a cool figure. You have to draw it back like this, and once you release it, it will just raise towards the front. Yeah, pretty fast. You can see it's still running. So this set actually comes with a lot more other figures, such as Indoraptor, Indominus Rex, T-Rex as well. So let's have a look at some of these figures right here. This one, it's basically quite a cool one. It's from McDonald's Happy Meal, and if I'm not wrong, it was not available in many countries. 2020, so this figure has been like 3 years. Wow, that's pretty fast. It feels quite recent, to be honest. And this is a metallic Snap Squad. This is probably also about 3 years, I guess. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, 2019. Wow, 4 years. So time has really flew, I would say. And yeah, this one is actually one of the micro collection from Mattel as well. Quite a cool one as well. 2021. Not super old as compared to many other figures. And of course, we have the Mattel Mini. This is basically all the way back in probably from the Jurassic World. No, this is actually Camp Cretaceous version. So this one is probably a couple of years old as well. Okay, alright, let's move on to other figures. Okay, next we are actually going to take a look at some Brachiosaurus figures, but before we actually take a look at more Brachiosaurus figures, I want to share a beautiful scene. Okay, I'm calling this a scene from this 3D pop-up book that I own, which is this is basically the very iconic scene. Can you guys see this? Dr. Alan Grant, Tim and Lex right here on top of the trees, looking at the beautiful Brachiosaurus. Yeah, really beautiful stuff. And this is basically the Jurassic Park gate right here. Okay, you can see a couple of Brachiosaurus in the background. Really awesome scene, I would say. Right, next up, like what I've mentioned, we actually need the help of other sauropods, okay, to assist the Brachiosaurus when it comes to a collection battle, because there aren't many Brachiosaurus around. This one right here is known as Apatosaurus, which is known as the Vine Lizard. A very cool figure. I really love this figure because it is a sauropod with armor. So I feel this is a pretty cool sauropod. If I'm a carnivore, I would think twice of attacking this, giant right here, because it's filled with like spikes and all this tough osteoderm. So you definitely do not want to mess around with this armored sauropod. The other one is basically the Amargasaurus. This is a dual attack figure. You can see 2 buttons. And Amargasaurus actually has quite, I wouldn't say quite, I would say very cool neural spine bones right here. Looks pretty cool. Amargasaurus is known as the Amargasaurus lizard. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to... Okay, maybe let me grab hold of a few more Brachiosaurus. Alright, check this out. I have 2 quite rare or rather unique figures. This one is actually a very cool mini statuette, okay? It is actually from this company which is known as Sukuda Hobby from Japan, and you can see this is a very cool JP 1:80 scale Brachiosaur. Why is this Carnotaurus doing here? I put it in the wrong place. It should be placed right here. I think it's gonna look way better. And of course we have this from Takara Tomy. Very nice one. It has plenty of articulation. 1 point of articulation right here, 2 and 3, and the tail as well, 2 points of articulation, so you can actually make a lot of poses with it. Okay, alright, now let's take another quick break and take a look at my movie collectibles. I wouldn't say movie, or just call them merchandise, okay? This one is actually one that I've got from Universal Studios when I went there quite recently, 1 or 2 months back, right here from Singapore. So you can actually check this out. Yeah, Universal Studios, but it's actually written as Orlando. Yeah, but I basically got this from Singapore. Quite a cool one. So this basically comes with a straw. You can put some soda in. Of course, you can put plain water in. Plain water is much healthier than soda for sure. And this one, which is also another one from Jurassic World, the exhibition. So this one is also a tumbler. And of course, this is basically blue. Very nice. Really love this as well. Okay. Not too sure whether you guys have seen this before, so I got this as a free gift when I purchased some cereal. Yep, cereal, and I can't remember, I think it was like cornflakes or something like that, and it came with this little container, so you can actually open this and put your cereal inside and eat it with this as a bowl. So I thought, it's a pretty cool one, but too bad they didn't come up with more species, for example, like Giga or T-Rex. I think that would be super cool. Alright, now let's head back to Carnotaurus. What do we have right here? The very first Mattel Carnotaurus figure, and it is actually known as the Action Attack Carnotaurus. This was previously widely known as the best figure from Mattel. One of the best figure from the entire Jurassic Park line. It's really awesome when it comes to the detailing, the articulation. Yeah, it's basically just a fantastic figure, and this figure was one of the very first figure after we have seen all the different figures from Hasbro, so it's really a refreshing touch, and everybody was so grateful that we actually have much better figures. Okay, right, next up I'm gonna show you guys the two Super Colossal Brachiosaurus. This one right here was basically the very first one, which is known as the Legacy Collection Brachiosaurus. Okay, this is my second figure. Okay, because the first figure we actually did a repaint. So this is basically the level 40 Brachiosaurus. I'm not too sure what. Some of you actually name it Flame. Some of you name it Volcano Brachiosaurus. So I'm not too sure. I have yet to decide. We should probably call it Flame. Flame sounds really cool. This one is basically the Jurassic World Dominion version, which is way better. If you take a look right here, guys, the head, it actually has some metallic green patterns, which is awesome. And of course, when it comes to the neck, you're able to see different color variations, which makes it look so much more complete as compared to this one. But of course, both are amazing. And speaking of amazing, we also have the amazing Super Colossal Carnotaurus right here, which is equally impressive as well. I think it looks really cool. And if you guys do not know, this is actually Carnotaurus Toro. It comes with the scar right here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 Super Colossal figures in our video today. Okay, which one is your most favorite one? Is it a repainted one? If you guys say the repainted one is your most favorite one, I will be super happy. Alright, now let's take a look at what's hidden inside this one. Okay, the huge one basically contains plenty of Brachiosaurus minifigures, if I'm not wrong. So let's have a look at this one first. Wow, all of them are Carnotaurus. It's alright if all of them are Carnotaurus. Let's just arrange them. So this one is basically a Carnotaurus hatchling from the Captivz Collection. The hatchling collection, super adorable, I would say. This one, it's also a Mattel Mini, and this was the very first one. It's very similar to Toro, and if I'm not wrong, this is actually from 2018. And you can see it's not able to stand very well, so we have to lean it against another figure for sure. This was the later version, you know, the one from Jurassic World Dominion, which was released last year. Very cool, I like this. This one was from 2018. Okay, it doesn't have any articulation, but this pose is definitely more movie accurate. And of course, we have Snap Squad. This is basically the Camp Cretaceous Carnotaurus Toro. Let's place it right here. We also have the normal version. Okay, normal Carnotaurus. I take very good care of all my figures, as you guys can see. None of them have like scratches and stuff. I try to keep them as you know, to the best of my ability. Okay, this is basically the wall pop-ups. Very cute and adorable. Let me place this right here. Captivz Collection, there are 3 of them. This one is basically the hardest one to find. I only have one, and it was actually sent to us by Toy Monster, which was the the company. And yeah, you can see this one is Carnotaurus Toro, Camp Cretaceous version. This one was the Clash edition, I think. No, not the Clash edition, but it also has the scar, which means it's Carnotaurus Toro as well. And this is basically the one from Jurassic World Dominion. Very, very cool. Alright. Okay, next up, we are going to meet assistant from the Allies again, and guess what? We have 2 Mussaurus right here, and they are actually from the Dino Rivals series, if I'm not wrong. If you guys like see the scan codes, you know, at the bottom of the feet, it basically means they are quite old figures. This one is quite old. I definitely need to clean this one up. Yeah, it's kind of like dusty and stuff. Alright, a very quick clean, a quick dry shower for the 2 Mussaurus. So Mussaurus, they are basically known as the mouse lizard. Yes, that's right. I think when they were found, they were like super small, like a mouse or something like that, which is why they're known as mouse lizard. Okay, I think we have two more Brachiosaurus. We don't have many big Brachiosaurus figures, to be honest. We only have like the Super Colossus and this young Brachiosaurus. If I'm not wrong, this is actually from Camp Cretaceous, and it's known as Firecracker. That's what one of you guys told me. Although I do watch Camp Cretaceous, but I didn't like watch every single episode with like full attention. So there were many episodes which I was not very familiar with, I would say. So I definitely need the help of you guys. Okay, so are both of them known as Firecracker or only one of them? If you guys know, please let me know down below. Alright, next up we shall take a look at one of the pretty cool figure. This is actually a Carnotaurus. Yep, very cool one, and if I'm not wrong, it is able to extend its neck. Very adorable. And this one actually flickers the eyes. I mean, like closes and opens the eyelid. There's no way for you to shut off the noise, I think. Okay, I'm gonna put this on right here. Now let's take a look at two more Carnotaurus figures. This is actually another vintage Carnotaurus figure, and it's actually known as the Bone Breaker. Let's see how we can actually operate this. I can't really remember. So you have to pull back the right hind leg like this, and the upper jaw will just go right out. Very cool. It's very vintage. I think we have lost this little piece of cover, and it basically shows the battle or the injury. Very cool. I'm gonna place this one right behind. Okay, you're just gonna place it flat first, and this is basically the Control and Conquer Carnotaurus. That was the Epic Attack Carnotaurus. The sculpt is basically the same. Still working in terms of the sounds. There's a bit of dust. Let me just clean it right off very quickly. Yeah, it can be cleaned off quite easily. So what I usually like to do is that I get a piece of wet wipe. It's like a wet tissue paper, and just lightly clean off the dust on the figures to maintain them in perfect tip-top condition. This figure has been with me for a few years, I would say, probably from 2020 if I'm not wrong, and it's been 3 years. Still pretty good condition, I would say. Okay, next up, the last movie collectible, or should I say Jurassic World merchandise. This is another tumbler, and it is a Triceratops, taken from purchased from Universal Studios Singapore. They actually have a T-Rex version, but it was totally sold out. T-Rex is definitely more popular than the Triceratops for sure. Some dust right here, just quickly clean it off. Yep, very cool figure. Alright, next up we have 3 Carnotaurus figures. We don't have space right here, guys, so I'm putting this one right here for now. This is the one from Takara Tomy. Very cool Camp Cretaceous series as well. It comes with the scar. Oh my goodness, I think there's another one from Takara Tomy, which is the Jurassic World Dominion version. I think I've forgotten to bring it, but it's fine. Let me just place this one right here. And this one is basically the Carnotaurus from Jurassic World Dominion, and it is very cool. It actually features a broken horn. Very nice. This Carnotaurus was actually found in, or rather seen in, the black market in Jurassic World Dominion. Very cool. Love this figure a lot. Let me just try to make it stand. It's not easy. It's not, it doesn't really stand very well, so you have to like adjust it. Yeah, very cool figure. Alright, we still have one more right here, and this is actually part of a playset from Matchbox. You guys know Matchbox. Sorry, not Matchbox. Hot Wheels. I beg your pardon. Hot Wheels is actually came with some vehicles and stuff, and this is actually part of the racetrack. Very cool. Very nice little figure. I actually took it out and displayed it in the mini shelf. Yeah, that's right. Okay, our last figure of the day. Okay, not exactly the last one because we still have a bunch of minifigures right there. This is actually our last big figure, and this is actually a Carnotaurus, Control and Conquer Carnotaurus. I've actually removed the batteries because it doesn't really work very well. So yeah, very nice. It doesn't have the scar because it is not Toro, so I'm just gonna put this one right behind here. very cool figure as well. So you can see we have like 1, 2, 3 Carnotaurus with very similar sculpts. Okay, so our next item, which is a pretty insane item, okay? There are actually a ton of different figures right here, guys. So I'm gonna move the camera. We're gonna make use of this little space right here. Okay, I'm gonna put the egg right here. I'm gonna open this. Wow, why is it not open? Okay, let's see what's inside. Okay, are you guys ready? First figure, an ally. What is this? Diplodocus. So Diplodocus, what is the name? What does the name mean for the Diplodocus? Do you guys know? Let me know down below. I'm gonna put the Diplodocus right behind, okay? So we have plenty of allies. Oops. I just took a Brachiosaurus out, okay? So this is actually a very cool Takara Tomy arts figure. Where's the tree? Yep, it actually comes with a tree. You can pop in the tree right here. It's a very mini diorama. Extremely beautiful. One of the best mini dioramas I've ever seen. Okay, very nice. I'm gonna put this on right here. Absolutely beautiful. Here we have the Brachiosaurus figure. This is actually from, if I'm not wrong, this is actually from the very first wave of Mattel Mini, and later on they actually released, you know, a second wave of figures, and this is the repainted version. Love this because it has like specks of dark green paint on it. Next up we have this, which is, you know, from the Kinder Surprise set. And check this out, guys. This one is an Apatosaurus, okay, from the same set. So very nice to have the complete set. I actually purchased all of them off eBay, yeah, at a pretty expensive price. You guys should know that, you know, in the place where I'm living, I don't have access to a lot of Jurassic World figures. Apatosaurus minifigure. What do you call this? McDonald's Happy Meal figure. Very beautiful. I love this. This one is actually from a China brand. A lot of people actually thought it's a bootleg, but it's not. It is quite an expensive figure, and it's an official Jurassic World product. Very beautiful. There are 2 different versions. Okay, one is like, you know, sort of like a metallic version, very cool, but it doesn't have good balance. They keep falling off my mini shelf, so I may have to figure out a way to make them stop rolling down my mini shelf. Let's see what's right here. Okay, we have this one is a Carnotaurus. Clash Edition Captivz Collection Brachiosaurus. Beautiful one. Let me grab over another one. This one is actually from the Jurassic World Dominion series. Let me grab over another one. Mattel Mini of an Apatosaurus. I mean, I could have brought the Dinosaurs as well as the Apatosaurus Super Colossal figure, you know, to assist the Brachiosaurus, but I think it's fine. And this one is basically from the JP 30th Anniversary Brachiosaurus. So there are 3 Captivz Collection Brachiosaurus. This one is probably one of the this is probably the older one, the oldest one in the entire collection. A die-cast Jurassic Park vintage figure. This is probably one of the most valuable minifigure right here. This one as well, very cool, JP3, very nice. There are actually a lot more, but I don't have the entire set, which is quite a pity. Oh yes, we are done. Oh my goodness, we finished everything. Alright guys, the last one is probably this, which is the Funko Mini. You know, this figure is really tall, so I can't display it in my mini shelf, which is quite a pity. Yeah, very sad. I can't display this in my mini shelf. Too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna put it maybe, you know, right here together with all the other Funko Pops, probably, or just right here on the shelf over here. Alright guys, we are done for the day. So I'm gonna take like a few nice thumbnail photos so you can see we have a Carnotaurus squad and we also have the sauropod squad. You can see the sauropods are not many as compared to the Carnotaurus collection for sure. But I want you guys to let me know, like honestly, Carnotaurus versus a Brachiosaurus. Do you think a Carnotaurus can actually defeat a Brachiosaurus on its own? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. And I want you guys to let me know which team are you on. I'm definitely on the Brachiosaurus side. What about you guys? Okay? Yeah, thanks for watching this. I think what I'm going to do next is to take some nice thumbnail photos and maybe make a short reel of my Brachiosaurus collection and Carnotaurus collection as well. Yeah, thanks for watching this, okay? I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.